Welcome to our new tiny home. For a few nights anyway. This week, Josh and I had the opportunity to stay in 2 unique short-term tiny home rentals, and I thought I would bring you guys along for the ride and give you a quick tour around. Come on in, I'll give you guys a quick tour around before we get settled in for the night. So when you first step in, we have a ladder to one of the lofts, which is super conveniently tucked away. Up here we have 2 spare beds. This tiny home actually sleeps 6 people, which is incredible. Underneath that first loft is the bathroom. One of the amazing things about this particular tiny home is not only does it have a shower, but it has a full bathtub, which I'm so psyched to use later. Moving on to the main area of this tiny home, I absolutely love how much seating is in here. It's great for entertaining. Not only is this an excellent table, but it also converts into an extra bed. Another one of my favorite features of this particular tiny home is it comes with a fireplace. Next up is the giant kitchen. Well, giant compared to what we're used to anyway. For a tiny home, this has so much cabinet space, it's amazing. And all of the appliances that you could ever need, including a mini dishwasher. This might be Josh's favorite feature of this tiny house, but we have the luxury of a full-size, or almost full-size fridge and a freezer. If you guys will follow me up the stairs, I'll show you the main sleeping loft. The ceilings are a little bit low up here, but since this area is just for sleeping, it's still quite cozy. And that pretty much wraps up the tour of this tiny house, and we are gonna get settled in for the night. Getting to come downstairs in the morning and use the restroom, having air conditioning, and my personal favorite part of this tiny house is the fireplace, especially in the mornings. In tiny houses, the loft areas seem to be a little bit warmer temperature-wise, so I cranked the AC pretty high in here last night to keep the loft comfortable, but when we came downstairs this morning, it was very cold. Just now realizing I had my sweatshirt on inside out all morning. Very early start today. I know routines are something I've talked a lot about in the past, and it's just been something I've always kind of struggled with on the road and in van life, is finding a good stable routine. So anytime that we're staying in a house, I take full advantage of being able to have a semi-normal morning routine when I wake up. So I'm gonna bring you guys along with me for what that looks like in a tiny home instead of the van. And I'm really excited to be able to work out inside this morning because it is quite cold here before the sun comes up. So I'm gonna make Josh a quick coffee and take it upstairs to him and get moving for the day. Good morning. Morning, babe.
Morning.
You look pretty cozy.
I'm warmer now with my blanket.
Hey, Blanky. Oh boy. Oh boy. Next up this morning is our family walk, and probably my favorite part of the day since we've been staying here. pretty cold and rainy day today, so we spent the afternoon just relaxing in the tiny home and I got a little bit of work done. But it's officially time to move on to tiny house number 2. Alright, same thing as last time, I'll give you guys a quick tour around before Josh and I settle in for the night. Again, right when you walk in, we've got a ladder to the spare loft. There is a full-sized bed upstairs. And then right below, we've got a downstairs bed in this tiny house, which is really nice. It makes this home a lot more accessible than some of the loft-only sleeping arrangements. Mounted on the wall here is a very large TV for a very tiny home that can be swiveled to enjoy your favorite shows for bed. Moving on from the bedroom to the kitchenette, this tiny home doesn't offer quite as much seating as the last one, but I do like that the table's a little bit higher. Moving on to the kitchen, in this tiny home, instead of having the kitchen and the bathroom opposite one another, the bathroom is at the end of the kitchen. So this is kind of more of a walk-through space. Still have a very large sized fridge. This sink is absolutely massive and I'm so in love with this beautiful subway tile. And opposite the sink we have a microwave, stove, and oven for cooking. Right through here is our tiny bathroom. And if you'll follow me up the stairs, this is one of my favorite features of this tiny home. We've got a cozy little hangout nook, meditation space, whatever you feel, with a beautiful view of the Tetons out the window. And I absolutely love the detail in the ceiling in this area. And that wraps up the tour of tiny house number 2. Let me know down below which one is your favorite. But now it's time for dinner. Are the tamales in the fridge? It opens from this.
Yeah.
Wow. Come here. Oh my goodness. Honestly, it's been so nice to have a little separate area where I can come and feel like I can create a cozy, kind of sacred space that's separate from the rest of the living space here. That's not really something that I'm able to do very often in the van. Even when I am meditating or just taking my me time, Josh is often fairly close by, so this has just been a really nice way for me to just relax and unwind and spend a little bit of time with myself. I don't know if any of you guys are like this, but when Josh and I get an Airbnb or get the opportunity to stay somewhere, instead of like going out and exploring, we spend most of our time actually in the Airbnb. Because we don't get the opportunity to have amenities like this super often, we just really enjoy spending time in the space, enjoying the air conditioning, the heat, the running water. I often take way too many showers when we have a rental. So we honestly haven't been venturing out too much this week. We've just been really enjoying tiny house life. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I always love unique stays like this, especially in the tiny living department. This is something Josh and I could definitely see ourselves doing one day, so it's so fun to test out different layouts and see what we like and what we don't like. And it's just got me dreaming about what I would want in my future tiny home. The bathtub and the fireplace are definitely on the list. We are so excited to have finally made it out west and to the mountains. The views have been incredible. This was such a cool opportunity that we had on the way out here that I couldn't pass up. But honestly, I'm just really excited to settle in at home in our home. So I will pick up with you guys next Tuesday back in the van, and we are gonna get exploring Idaho. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me. It really does help support my channel. And if you know anyone interested in tiny living, go ahead and give this video a share. If you're interested in renting either of the 2 tiny homes that I shared with you guys today, I will put the link to do so in the description box below. And I will also put the link to the builder of these tiny homes in case you're interested in having a tiny home of your own. But until then, I'll see you guys next week, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload from me.